Tell me how you feel ahead of these 4 days.
So it is an extremely packed agenda. I have typically like 20 meetings in a day.
Very good to see you too. Very good. Very cold.
Oh man, this is Germany, you know.
Demonstrations for Bundeskanzler Merkel. There's a press conference, etc. So it's a very packed agenda, but it's also an exciting moment.
Explain SAP to my 7-year-old daughter.
So imagine you go into a toy store and you buy a piece of toy. You will buy it, and the SAP software will help make sure that you pay the right price. You may get it delivered. The toy was probably produced with an SAP software somewhere in China. It was shipped with a logistics company from China to the UK, and it's now in the store of a retailer.
Jim showed me round SAP in Samsung's virtual store, where mobile phones are used to do your shopping.
And this, this could be a real shop, where you have, of course, the scanning. But imagine you open a store with a wallpaper on a bus stop. And you go shopping while you're waiting for the bus. You can buy your milk with your mobile phone, and it gets delivered while you're on the bus.
When are we going to be able to do this in real life?
This is possible today.
I could do this in London?
You could do this in Switzerland if you want.
Okay. So I can't do it in London yet?
Not yet, but I mean the technology is there.
And then over here, which is where I want to go now, is SAP and BMW. Just explain to me what we're going to see now.
Now we're going into a whole new category, which is about what if the car is in fact a credit card on wheels? How do I get services to the driver so I can pre-book parking lots, I can pre-book electric charging for electric vehicles, I can get advice during my travel through the entertainment system in the car.
For Jim, CeBIT isn't all about doing deals. It's also about energizing his staff. I guess this is all about making S&P a little funkier, right?
Yeah, it's also about inspiring our teams to be customer ready and inspiring and so on. Energy levels are going up.
Absolutely right. While Jim went off to do some more press interviews, I asked some of those energized SAP staff what they think of him and his co-CEO Bill McDermott. 90% of employees approve of Jim and Bill as CEOs of SAP. Does that number sound right to you?
Yeah, I think so. It might be even higher.
Charismatic, competent. I think they do a great job, from what I can see.
83% recommendation for friends. Do you agree with those numbers?
Of course, I already recommend.
Is that because your CEO is standing just over there that you're saying that?
Not really.
I think it was Bill who said all good leaders have a generosity gene.
That's
was
true.
One of his quotes.
Yes.
You agree with that, I imagine, as
Absolutely,
well?
absolutely.
What does that mean exactly? I mean, what does it mean for a CEO to be generous?
Well, first of all, it means that it's not about the CEO. I truly believe that. It is about the company. It's about the opportunity for the people in the company. And so I see the CEO as an enabler for people to be successful. And that's a level of generosity. Yeah? The opposite is it's about the CEO, and I think that's absolutely wrong. And often it goes bad if that's the intent.
I leave Jim at this point to prepare for his meeting with German Chancellor Angela Merkel. She'll be taking part in a demonstration of HANA, SAP's new database system that can process information in seconds that used to take hours or even days.
They're showcasing how robots can be automated through the sensor input from HANA to react in a most optimal way, in a constant optimization. So this robot will drive around in the area and deliver helping packages, whether that's food or whatever it could be, and with that basically automating a catastrophe and being more proactive.
There's no let-up in Jim's packed schedule. Next, it's a short car ride to meet EU Digital Commissioner Neelie Kroes and promote Academy Q, a project developed by SAP to help tackle Europe's youth unemployment problem with an online education platform. Then it's a walk through the long corridors of this massive complex, where Jim spends the next few hours giving presentations to and answering questions from the media and analysts. What do you think ultimately is more important for the company? Is it the analyst who writes for the investor, or is it the journalist who writes for the media and retail clients or investors out there?
Of course, we need a good dialogue with the analysts, no doubt, and shareholders and share price is important, but I actually believe that the image we have as a company is more important. So you probably have a bigger impact by a more broad conversation.
By now it was mid-afternoon, but Jim still had a full schedule of TV interviews to plough through. Is there anything today that you're hoping you won't be asked?
No.
Nothing?
No, we're in a strong position right now.
So your PR and your comms people are not saying to you, whatever you do, Jim, don't get led down that road?
No.
Okay, so anything goes?
Yes.
Okay.
You can try me.
Yeah, I will. You, of course, do interviews in English and in German and in Danish?
Sometimes, yes.
What's easiest for you?
English.
Is English easiest?
Yes, it is. I think, of course, Danish would be, but I don't get that many opportunities of that. English is easy because I think English as well. German, I still need to get into the habit, but it's getting better.
Who's a better interviewer, you or Bill?
I think Bill is more outgoing.
Is he?
He's more energized for that. I'm kind of learning. I think he was born with it.
Over the 4 days of CeBIT, SAP have over 2,000 customer meetings. Before Jim headed off to one of those, I sat down with him to ask a little bit about the competition. Now, your arch rivals, Oracles and IBMs, are here as well.
That's true.
Is Larry Ellison here?
No, I don't think so.
Does he ever come here?
I don't think so.
You don't think so,
no.
Or you don't know?
So far he hasn't, but maybe he will one day when he realizes how many IT companies are here and how important this event is.
Is he a man you get on with?
We don't have many direct discussions, but you know, we need to respect the partners that you have in the business. They are an important partner to us as well, and I think we need all of us to keep the customer in focus and not have fights between companies.
And so ends a busy day at the CeBIT IT Fair here in Hanover. We spent the day with Jim Schnabel, co-CEO of SAP. He spent the day with media, he spent the day with analysts, he spent the day talking to customers, and now it's time for us all to let our hair down a little bit. We're all heading to a local restaurant on the lake for a few well-deserved drinks. You're having a glass of wine, I'm having a beer. We should relax a little bit. I want these last few minutes to talk about a little bit about more relaxed things. I mean, do you get time to relax? I mean, you've been so on today. How do you relax?
Well, I actually believe that it's important that you find a balance in things. So while you are, of course, always on in a day like this, I still leave the day with more energy than when I came in.
And you keep fit as well. I think that has a lot to do with it, right? You like to run, you like to sail.
Yes. When I run, I get my big ideas, and when I sail, I can see I get really relaxed.
In Davos, there was this session, Leaders Born or Made.
Yes.
I mean, what do you think?
It's a little bit like the anecdote of the horse. You're born as a racehorse or as a horse that pulls heavy things. But if you are born as a racehorse, it doesn't mean that you're racing faster than anyone else. You need to practice every day.
What were you born as?
I think I was born with an element of leadership, but clearly I learn every day. And if you're not humble enough to accept that you need to learn all the time, then I don't think you'll ever be a great leader.
It's been a real pleasure. Thank you very much indeed. And go have a great evening. Stay away from the analysts.
It's going to be hard tonight.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.